Hi friends, welcome to Show Success Home Tuitions. In my previous video, I have asked you to comment me the solutions for the transactions 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you would have tried at your own and some of you have commented. So the answer for transaction 3, sold goods for cash rupees 10,000. So in this transaction I have already told you that there are two types of transaction. One is cash transaction and credit transaction. So the third transaction is cash transaction, and you have to debit the receiving aspect in the debit side, which is the first line is the debit side data, and this line is the credit side, this is the credit. So the journal entry will be we are receiving cash. So whenever you are putting a transaction, or whenever you are putting some account, you have to see from your point of view. So you are selling goods for cash here, sold goods for cash for rupees 10,000. So when you are selling goods for cash, you receive cash. So the receiving aspect should be debited. So cash account data to sales account. By which aspect? By what transaction you have got the cash? By selling. So cash account data to sales account 10,000, 10,000. The narration should be the same question. Some people say that being should be written compulsorily. No, nothing like that. You can write being sold goods for cash or only sold goods for cash. Both are correct. So this is the answer for the transaction number 3. And transaction number 4 is cash withdrawn from bank. So the same. In this also, what you are receiving or who is receiving. So cash withdrawn from bank is you have withdrawn cash from bank. So you have withdrawn cash from bank, so you are receiving cash. So cash account data to bank account, right? Cash account data to bank account. Narration: cash withdrawn from bank. Then fifth is purchased goods from X Limited. So this is not the cash transaction, this is a credit transaction. So I have already told you in my previous video, if it is a credit transaction, in the journal entry, the word cash should not be mentioned. Instead of the word cash, you should be mentioning the party's name. Here the party name is X Limited. So you are purchasing. So they have plainly said that they have purchased goods. They have not said which goods or the good name. So you write purchases account data. You are receiving goods. So purchases account data to X Limited account. Since it is a credit transaction, you are writing the party's name. So purchase account data, the giver is X Limited. So purchase account data to X Limited account narration. Okay. The sixth one is sold machinery for cash. Okay. So you have sold machinery for cash and you have received cash. So cash account data to machinery account. You have received cash, so you are debiting the cash and you have given the machinery out. So machinery has gone out and cash has come in. So you are receiving cash, machinery gone out. So cash account data to machinery account. Okay. Sold machinery for cash. 2020. That's it. So the next transaction here is paid stationery expenses. So here we are talking about, in this transaction especially, we are talking about expenses. So previous 6 transactions we would have spoken about cash and sales, purchase, like that. Okay. Here particularly we are talking about expenses, stationery expenses, postage expenses, rent, salary, wages, carriage inwards, carriage outwards, like that and all. There are a lot of expenses. So whenever a transaction is talking about expense, whenever a transaction is mentioning about some expenses, the journal entry should be like debit the expenses and losses. Okay. So stationery expenses account data, so that should be debited. Stationery expenses account data, since it is an expenses, it should be debited to cash account. Okay. So For all the expenses and losses, that should be debited only. So stationery expenses account debtor to cash account. Okay. Suppose if it is an income, for example, received rent. Okay. So if it is talking about income, say for example, received rent. So here rent we have received. So it is an income. So cash is coming inside. Okay. So cash account data to rent account. So when here we are talking about expenses, so expenses, debit all the expenses and losses. I'll be discussing the golden rule of accounting after this video, but you just understand this concept. Whenever the transaction is mentioning expenses, it should be debited. Whenever a transaction is mentioning income, it should be credited. Simple logic. So stationery expenses account data debited to cash account since it is an expense. So it is an income. So cash account data to rent account. Okay. So I hope this video would be very useful to you. So comment me in the comment section. Try some different journals on your own and comment me in the comment section. If you have any doubts or if you have any questions, also please subscribe to our channel, share this video to your friends who are in need. Okay, thank you. Please support us. Your subscription means a lot to us and it keeps motivating me to post more and more videos. Okay, thank you. Please, thank you.